Is healthcare actually a right? I don't mean your right to seek healthcare or even your right to provide healthcare. I mean, is healthcare in and of itself a basic human right? Because many seem to think that it is. But maybe we should first consider what it actually means for something to be a right. Now, one of my earliest memories is of my mother taking my brother and I to Mexico after a flood had literally wiped out entire communities. Dressed in her scrubs and tennis shoes, she'd wake us up early so that we could join her at the Colonia and assist her as she used her skills as a nurse to help people she had never met before. For days, she would see dozens of patients and provide them with much needed medical care. My brother and I were on kid duty, and our responsibility was to keep kids entertained as they waited, sometimes in very long lines, in order to get care from my mother. And I learned a great deal about charity and just basic humanity through that experience, in large part because my mother wasn't being paid to be there. In fact, she paid for the privilege of going down there to help. She was there because there was a need, and she had the skills to help. With an experience like that, you may expect that she would be very amenable to the idea that healthcare is a basic human right. And that is where you would be wrong. Because along with being incredibly talented and charitable, my mother is also dedicated to the advancement of human freedom. And the problem with declaring healthcare or any other good or service to be a right is that it denies basic human freedom. Because the act of declaring a good or service a right is to suggest that someone else has a legal obligation to provide it for you. And this concept of what is commonly referred to as positive rights actually destroys individual rights by denying another the right to their own labor, property, and choices. So the bottom line is, no matter how important something may be, you cannot have an inherent right to the property, labor, or talents of someone else. You can work for it, trade for it, even convince someone like my mother to donate it at no charge. But the moment you compel them by force, you become a thief. And no amount of legislation or slick political marketing can change that fact. So instead of redefining the notion of rights in a way that actually diminishes human freedom, maybe we should focus on encouraging the kind of generosity that would lead a single mother to travel with her 2 young children to another country in order to use her gifts to help another human being in need. If you want to learn more about the importance of preserving human rights, check out this video about Joachim Newman, who fled East Germany, a country which guaranteed him all sorts of things, in order to make it to another country which merely guaranteed him the freedom to pursue those things.